Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I welcome the podcast where me, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you've seen on a two-bird screen. I like to get in here and give my unique perspective because after 46 years of being on planet Earth, I developed a unique perspective about these movies, TV, sports, and flicks. Let's hear you tell you about it because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Germany. Got some plays over in Germany this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Dodoraba. And Germany. I heard Tesla is the best-selling car in Germany right now. This is as of the second week of October in 2022. Now, when I heard that Tesla was the best-selling car in Germany, I was very surprised. I would not have thought that Tesla would be the best-selling car over there. There's a lot of cars in the world. In Germany, would not think that Tesla was the best-selling car. But I will say this, Tesla's a fine car. I've been seeing a lot of those Teslas locally, and they're very dope. But I just wouldn't have thought it'd be number one. But anyways, that's very cool. You know, Tesla's a cool car. I would drive one actually. So anyways, Tesla's the best-selling car, very cool. And just FYI, back day school day radio DJ. But I never got a job. I think I never got a job because I didn't speak any other languages. If I just would have spoke multiple languages, maybe that would have helped me become a radio DJ. But I didn't. And that allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Something to debate, might be true, might not be true. But I said it on the internet. So it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts. Not facts, true, false, propaganda, fake news, The Matrix, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Trek, Star Wars, Cabbage Patch Kids? I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just be aware, just watch out. Anyways, I can ramble all day, but I won't. Let's get right into the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, I like to kind of think that I'm a lone wolf. And maybe you guys that listen to this podcast are lone wolves too. And maybe you are. You know, there's a lot of lone wolves out there. And I think being a lone wolf is cool. I enjoy it. So if you're a lone wolf like me, guess what? We got some merchandise over the Existing Fictions Out store that says Lone Wolf on it. It's black. It says Lone Wolf. It's got a wolf on it. Yeah, because, if you're a lone wolf, wear that proud on your shirt or sweatshirt or a keychain. Like, bro, let the world know I am a lone wolf. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud to be a lone wolf. So wear that black gear with the lone wolf on the wolf. Be the lone wolf you are. I'll put a link over the Existing Fictions store below. Check it out. Now let's get on with the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. And the last time I talked to you guys, I said that things were a little crazy. I got a little emotional, a little stressed, a little overwhelmed. Yeah, that happened. But I closed out the week strong. I closed out the week in a room full of books. I went to my local book show and just hung out and chilled in a room full of books and people that like books. There's a lot of old books in this space. I was just walking around looking at books and magazines and papers and postcards and atlases and encyclopedias and a lot of book vendors at this space in my local hotel, just chilling out, relaxing in the space of books. I've been loving books for so long. In fact, a lot of the art I created was made and painted right in the Barnes & Noble. I spent a lot of time over the years in the Barnes & Noble, drinking coffee, writing rhymes, reading books, reading magazines, mixing albums, just in my local Barnes & Noble. I used to live by Barnes & Noble, so I was there all the time. I practically lived in that space. I loved those great times. So me and books are cool. I spent a lot of time in libraries, quite a bit. I just like being around books and knowledge and people that like books and knowledge. So it's cool to go to this show. Very cool, very awesome. I feel just better now, not as overwhelmed and emotional, but it'll be back someday, but not now. So anyways, let me get into the podcast. So what I want to talk about this week is, on this podcast, I talk about movies, TV, sports, and flicks all the time. Quite a bit. Movies, TV, sports, and flicks. But this week, I got a question for you. Do you want to level up as a human being? Now, one of the goals of this podcast is to expand minds. Of course, it's to talk about cool TV, movie, sports, and flicks, yeah. But also, I'm about enhancing my mind and our minds, everyone's minds. Let's enhance the mind. Let's enhance ourselves. Let's level up. How are we going to do that? There's a lot of different ways we can do that. There's a lot of different ways we can level up as human beings. There's multiple paths to that. But I feel one way that we can level up as human beings is by learning other languages. Say, bro, let's learn some new languages to level up as a human being. You're like, Captain, why do I learn another language? All I gotta do is pull out a translator on my phone. In the future, we're just gonna have like universal translators like on Star Trek. I don't need to learn no language. For what? I'll just pull out the phone and do all the translation I need. I don't need that. Yeah, in the future, most likely, there will be a device or phone or something where you can just use as a universal translator. I am pretty positive that's going to happen, and it may happen sooner than we think. Probably true, but you know what? Who cares? Do you want to use a machine as a crutch? Do you want to use a device as a crutch, or do you really want to know how to do that? Yeah, I can just pull out the phone and translate, that's fine. But it ain't going to be the same as speaking it from your mouth, your tongue. To think in another language, think with other words, signs, and symbols. Think how cool that would be. Or maybe you think it's not cool. Maybe you're like, bro, I'm in America, I don't gotta learn nothing. I speak English here, I don't need to know nothing else. I don't need no other languages. It's not necessary. That's possible as well. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But let's say that learning another language will take you to another level as a human being. It's going to enhance your brain, your mind. It's going to help you live longer. It's going to help you navigate the world in a better, easier, more effective manner. Maybe it'll do that if you spend a little time learning some other letters, signs, symbols, and sounds. Very possible. So if you want to do that, the Captain has been using an app that can help you do that. Over the last 9 months, I've been using an app called Duolingo. And on Duolingo, there's a lot of languages to choose from that you could learn. So if you want to begin the journey of learning another language, all right, go to your phone, go to your computer, and take a little bit of time that you might have been doing a TikTok, maybe doing some TikTok, maybe doing some Facebook, maybe doing some Instagram, maybe doing some Snapchat, maybe doing some other stuff I don't know about. Maybe you're in the metaverse. I don't know where you're at. Maybe you're getting EFTs or NFTs. I don't know what you do. You're on the internet. You're doing internet stuff, whatever people do on the internet, looking at pictures, listening to music, watching videos, YouTube, whatever. There's so many things to do on the internet. Okay, do those things. But take a little bit of those 24 hours you got. And on those apps, on that computer, let's go and do a little bit of language on it. A little bit of language, a little study, a little enhancing the mind, the mental, right? Good, right? If you want to expand the mind, well, that's something we could do. I'm doing it. I've been doing it over the last 9 months, regularly, daily. I spend up 5, 10, 15 minutes a day doing it. And maybe at the end of the year, I'll know some languages or a little bit, some words. And maybe somehow knowing these words and languages and sounds are going to somehow enhance my life. Now, I suspect that by learning other languages, it is somehow enhancing your brain. Not just knowing the words and languages, but somehow it's enhancing the way you think and the way your brain works. I have no data. I have no studies. I haven't heard no experts say it. This is just something I believe is probably true. I can't believe if you spend time learning other languages that somehow it doesn't enhance your brain in some way, somehow. Maybe even give you longevity, help your brain work better longer. Like I said, I have no data. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any kind of ologist. I just suspect doing this kind of work will do that. Now, you can go online and look this up. I'm sure there's studies somewhere they'll say this. Maybe they won't. I just can't believe that it would be detrimental. I'm pretty sure it would not. So if you want to take your mind to a new level, if you want to challenge yourself, if you want to think in a different manner, if you want to know more words, if you just want to know and experience the world a little bit more, let's take the journey down language. I'm already doing it. Join me. Let's go to Duolingo and let's learn these languages. It's on the computer. It's on the App Store. It's all over the place. Let's learn to speak other languages. Hablo español. Todo va. Bon dia. Let's do this. You ready? I've been on it. Let's go. Anyways, this podcast is about movies, TV, sports, and flicks, but it's also about anything you could see on the screen. And I feel this app, this program is one of the coolest things on the screen. And I've been living it. I've been using it every day for 200 and some days, whatever days it's been on a regular basis. And maybe in that process, my brain has somehow been leveled up and I know more words. I know one thing for sure. I know more words and I know letters now than I started at the beginning of the year. It's just true. So, if you're ready to take that ride, if you're ready to go on a journey of leveling up your mind and to learn to think differently in a different manner you haven't thought before, let's go down this language rabbit hole. Now you might think, Captain, I am not going to do that. And that's fine. There are numerous ways to level up and enhance our mind, right? I just feel that language is a good one to do. And also additionally, a lot of you guys that listen to this podcast are listening from other places around the world where I know the native language is not English, right? So a lot of you guys listening probably already have multiple language skills. If you're listening from another country where I know the main language is not English, you probably know at least 2 languages, probably your native tongue and also English. So you're already ahead of the game. Now, I'll be completely honest with you guys. In America, a lot of us don't want to speak other languages. I know this for a fact because people tell me this. I've had personal conversations. People say, I ain't doing that. I get it. We'll make you learn our language. I know it's a lot of thought process, a lot of my fellow American brothers and sisters. It's true. This is how it is. We don't got to be like that. Let's be that lone wolf and let's step above the pack. Let's just move in a different direction, different way. Maybe it opens up doors that doors wouldn't open before because you know how to speak other languages. Maybe it does that. Maybe it not enhances only your language skills and your brain, but maybe it enhances opportunity. It's a possibility. I don't know. I've never done this. I've only spoke English my whole life. That's it. Only one language. This is all new to the captain. I'm learning like you're learning if you've not been doing this already. Now, if you've been learning multiple languages or know multiple languages, you are ahead of the game. And please explain to me how awesome it is. I already know it's awesome, but just share with me how awesome it is. I speak tons of languages. It's awesome. So anyways, I just want to tell you guys about the Duolingo because this podcast is about expanding minds to leveling up. And I feel that this app will level us up. So let's go down that journey. Let's do it. Let's learn languages. And let's enhance the body, enhance the mind. Let's go down this path. Let's have some fun. And maybe in a few years, I'll come on here and do an entire podcast in another language. Now, how awesome would that be? That I come here and do an entire podcast in a different language. The whole thing, everything. I said this on a prior podcast before that I would do that. Now, I have not been able to do that yet. I think I said it a couple years ago. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep studying. And someday in the future, maybe it'll be episode 600, 800. I don't know where it's going to be. But maybe one of these episodes will come in here and all of a sudden the whole podcast is in another language. And like, Captain, you have leveled up. And that's all I want to talk about. Gracias. Yeah, I said that. Gracias. Another language. Todo rabá. Another language. Thanks for listening to me. I appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you. Strength is not gained overnight. It is cultivated over time. David Shaw. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.